Sites and applications are continuously being targeted by malicious actors. As part of the top 10 OWASP security vulnerabilities, you will find SQL injections. In fact, they usually rank number 3 of the charts, despite being very well documented. A SQL injection attack consists of injecting a SQL query via input data from the client to the application. A successful SQL injection exploit can read sensitive data from the database, modify database data with insert, update, or delete queries, execute administration operations on the database, such as shutting it down, and in some cases, issue commands to the operating system. Today, we're going to take a look at a fake banking site and see how malicious actors leverage SQL injections to get access to its data. Of course, as a reminder, this video is for educational purpose only, and you should never use malicious techniques against targets without their written approval. The easiest way to find a SQL injection is to look at the website and try to find HTML forms, often a login form, but let's not forget registration forms, contact, and even lost password forms. Depending on the form, the developer of the site usually leverages either select, update, insert, or delete queries. Malicious actors either use SQL injection to get a foothold in the site and then laterally move to your crown jewels, or they just dump its data and sell it on the dark web. Alright, so if you take a look here at our fake banking site, and by the way, the full code of that site is on GitHub here. You can get a copy, and so check the link in the description below. You're going to be able to get access to the site. Now, what you're going to find here is you have a lot of different forms. You have a search form, you have a sign-in form here. Well, let's start with the signing form here. So now, obviously, you don't have the username and password. So if we just try admin and then test, here's what happens. It's going to tell us that this username or password was not found in our system. Now, most SQL injections are happening because of the fact that in your query you have a single quote, and that is usually the limit of your data input. So if we just type admin with a single quote and now try to log in, well, it's going to say error syntax tests at line 1. That's because now we managed to get out of the data input, and the SQL query is trying to effectively inject whatever it is you're going to be typing next. So if we take a look here and we do admin single quote, and then you do all 1 equal 1, which is always true, obviously, and then you add whatever password you want to type. What's going to happen here is same error. That's because your select query is adding that single quote, right? So you don't want to type it. So effectively, you have admin single quote or 1 equal 1, but let's remove the last quote here so that the fact that it is added in the query automatically and we don't need to type that. So if you log in now, what you're going to see is, boom, you're logged in and you're now inside the system. That obviously can also be used in a different way. So if we try to log in again, you have different mechanisms, right? And different type of content you could be typing here. So if we just do admin single quote and then 2 dashes and then but whatever password test here, what you're going to see is that also works because the double dashes effectively tells the system to ignore whatever is coming after that query. So that's how you end up logging in. So as you can see, that's also pretty simple. So on that side here, you're going to find multiple things you can exploit. So go take a look and go in the link in the description below and try it out. And let us know in the comment section if you managed to do something else and what you achieved. So as you can see, the error message did help us a little bit, and that's why it's critical to ensure that no error message is displayed on the site to help the malicious actor gather intel to understand what is happening behind the scene. Then of course you need to escape and validate your user inputs. But more importantly, modern SQL options exist to prevent SQL injections with things like prepared statements and stored procedures. There you have it. Basic training is all you need to ensure your software is not vulnerable to SQL injections. Despite being one of the longest known vulnerability attacks, SQL injections still make it to the top 3 of OWASP's top 10. So make sure you understand how they work, but more importantly, how to leverage proper escaping and prepared statements to make sure your organization won't be vulnerable to them. Basic fuzzing tools can let you test your existing sites to try to detect and see whether or not you're vulnerable. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe and click on the little bell to make sure you get notified for our next videos.